Yeah, we're doing a bunch of Fate Grand Order manga today. We're doing at this point the full, up to this point, released versions of Mortis Stella and Seki's Simping Over Kumor.
It's not the right Ku. There is no Castor Ku statue except for the dual figures one. It's okay. It's okay. I have the page where he's introduced. We'll always have the art.
So, this is the Fate Grand Order Mortis Stella manga adapting the Fuyuki chapter and the Orleans chapter. I'm going to go out on a limb and say at least 99.9% of the people watching this video will have played those. So you know the general outline of the plot here. So I guess at this point, I just do what we did last time. Go over the differences here. So this is the third version of Fuyuki you've gone through. Between my campaign, the movie, and the book, and you did not read through the game mobile version. I think you skipped the chapter on that one. The skip story on that one.
Danny Boy played it for me.
Yeah, you didn't read the story, though. That's skip story.
I did.
Like, extra skip story. You skipped gameplay, too.
Yeah, I skipped everything.
Then you started a new account and didn't get past that.
Oh, yeah, that was what happened, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry. I can't do the whole mobile game grind. I just want...
That's fair. I think mobile game grinds are dumb.
I just want hot art of my Ku baby.
So, going over the 3 versions that you actually did play, my campaign versions including that, so far, what are you thinking of the Fuyuki chapter here? Which one... Because I've made comparisons here between at least the movie and the manga version. Do you think the movie or the manga was better here?
I personally like the manga better.
Same.
You want to
I'm
get in shot. We enjoyed seeing just a sliver of your face, but we prefer seeing all of it.
I need to lean in close.
You could have predicted, though, that I would like the manga more than the movie.
Yeah, you're more of a manga person.
Also, the manga... The thing with books is they just provide more opportunities for more content. Like, you're always going to fit more in a book than you are in a movie, because in a movie you have to make decisions about what to cut and what to keep, and like how fast can you go without losing the people watching it, and movies have to be tailored to those who do and don't obsess over it already. And I have to say, I wasn't super psyched about the movie the first time you showed it to me.
No, I didn't think you were.
Yeah.
That was just for context here, there's an entire lost episode of Talk No Jutsu that is Seki fangirling over the first 9 episodes of Babylonia.
I love Babylonia so much. The only thing that could make Babylonia better is the presence of my Celts.
And I showed her the movie, I showed her First Order in order to allow her to watch Babylonia right afterwards, so she had context for the story.
Yeah, so I think we watched Babylonia, and then I watched the first 9 or 10 episodes of Babylonia.
We watched First Order and then the first 9 or 10 episodes of Babylonia.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Names. And I really liked Babylonia, and with the First Order, I think I remember saying to you that I don't like MASH.
Yeah.
Or the main character.
Ritsuka.
Yeah, Ritsuka. I don't like them. The manga didn't really make that better, I'm going to be honest. But then again, we all knew that Seki was only here for the servants.
Can I counter that?
What? Wait, whoa, but, he's a servant.
You didn't know that when you watched Elmaloy Case Files. I had to tell you that afterwards.
I did not, in fact, know that, and I do love me some Elmaloy. You get the Skahak? You did not. I do love me some Skahak, too.
No, Ritsuka as a main character, he doesn't work very well because he is supposed to be a stand-in for the player.
Yeah, and in a manga that doesn't... Unfortunately, they didn't actually give him a whole lot of...
characterization? In
the manga, and they should have. I think... Personally, I would have preferred if they had just gone ahead in the manga and given him characterization and left the game as it was, like player insert.
So here's a fun fact about this particular one in general. I know this is becoming trivia of the Fuyuki chapter, but it's the Fuyuki chapter. There is a second Fate Grand Order manga called Tolos Realita, which instead of taking the approach of Mortis Stella, which is a more direct adaptation of the... Not direct adaptation of the games, but it's a more... clean adaptation of the games. The other one, Tolos Realta, I believe, is a more... It takes a slightly different approach. if I'm not wrong, they gave Ritsuka a much more defined personality in that one. Whereas their point here is to give Mash a much more defined personality.
Yeah, honestly, I've liked MASH more through the campaign than I have through the manga or the game, obviously. MASH through the campaign has at least been kind of growing on me. A little bit like a fungus. Yeah, it's a good way to describe it.
I think you were just pissy because Mash had the hair in front of her glasses and you didn't like that when you first saw her.
I didn't. I fucking hated that. Fam, if you wear glasses, you do not keep your hair in front of them. Speaking as someone who is blind as a goddamn motherfucking bat, the thing that annoys me most in this world is when I cannot see because my hair is covering my glasses. It might look cool, it might look good, but it is completely impractical. There's a reason why I pull my hair back into a bun, because having my hair come down like this is not conducive to actually seeing anything.
Pissy little bitch.
Fam. Point made. It is frustrating and it doesn't work. That is a design choice that was easy to fix.
If I can comment on Ritsuka, and MASH to a lesser extent, you gotta remember, in the game, you're viewing things through Ritsuka's eyes. It's very... There is no dialogue to base it off of the game.
Yeah.
It's visual novel format, so it's just click here, click the option you respond to more closely with.
Yeah.
That's not the best way of going about it. Some visual novel, or most visual novels, go a little bit more in depth than that, but early FGO was early FGO.
Yeah, look, I don't blame the game.
Yeah.
Because I've played fucking games like that before, like where your main character is just like there for you to click through options and pick whatever you like best.
Now, you've seen the Babylonia anime, and you might remember, like, this is almost a year and a half ago now. They touch on it a little bit more in the anime, but if you look at the anime, they treat, even though they don't give Ritsuka a lot of character development here, the anime does something the game doesn't do for a long time, but it treats the previous story as his character. Where it shows that he has trauma from the events of some of these earlier chapters.
Yeah, I remember that a little bit.
Yeah. So...
Which, I mean, here's the other thing then, The thing that hurts me most in this world is that there is not an anime like Babylonia for every single fucking... What are they called? Singularity. Because I would literally die happy if I could watch an anime of every single singularity. I would die happy.
I mean, I guess you get closer to that with these.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm so happy we were reading them. Because I like them. They make me happy. There are characters I enjoy.
Hey, look, Giles de Rais.
Exactly! Like, I did not like this chapter. Chevalier d'Aeon. Sexy motherfuckers. I'll leave you to tell the audience what I'm looking at.
She's looking at Siegfried in a full panel art.
I am looking at Siegfried in full panel art. Like, I like seeing, like, all the different stuff through these,
That's the one weakness with me taking you through the D&D campaign, is a lot of what would be visual or seeing some of these servants is just completely lost.
Yeah, but I've also, I bring that on myself because I'm trying not to spoil servants I don't already know.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't always... I try to, like, not look at, like... Because you put art in for all the characters in the D&D campaign, and a good half the time I just click away from it real quick so I can't see it.
And I have to tell you whether or not it's a spoiler.
Yeah. Because some designs you just, like, you want them to be, like, saved, Like, you would have been real upset if I'd spoiled Romulus Cornelius for myself, especially considering my reaction.
So I guess with that transition, the Orleans books.
The Orleans books are really good.
Yeah, so...
Like, really fucking... You know what I'm excited to see in the manga? Septum. If this is what they managed to do with Orleans, a chapter that I thought was relatively underwhelming, Oh, no.
Actually, wait, I could be wrong on that. Keep going. I'm going to check that before I give you the bad news.
Because I thought Orleans was a bit underwhelming, and I think that was because the predominant way that I had experienced it before this was playing through it in the campaign. And in the campaign, we kind of managed to, like, jank our way out of several fights and, like, around some other stuff to kind of...
There was a lot of balancing that had to be redone there.
Yeah, so it made it, like, kind of a very mechanical chapter where we were just going, go here, then there, then there, then there, then there, beat anyone who comes against us, and then move on. Whereas with the manga, we got, like, some actual, like, emotional character drama with everyone.
So I'll give my piece on the manga here. The reason why I had that horrified look is because, in true Fate Grand Order fashion. So remember how I mentioned that alternate manga?
Uh-huh.
Both these mangas are adapting different singularities.
So is the other one adapting Septum?
This one is adapting Septum.
Okay.
The other one will be adapting Okeanos. And then this one will be adapting London.
So I'm definitely going to have to read both of them. Because
I will try to find a translation of T.H.E.
I loved Okeanos.
So T.H.E. is actually finished, I think.
Oh.
This one went on a bit of a hiatus.
Yeah, no, I loved Okeanos, and I am super excited for London.
And then this one comes back for E Pluribus Unum. The other one gets Camelot, and this one gets Babylonia.
I cannot wait for E Pluribus Unum.
And they both get the finale.
I cannot wait for E Pluribus Unum and Camelot.
So, like, anyone who's only read the game,
Read
this
them.
is
Fucking read them.
really... This takes the game and it tries to... It doesn't fully, but it tries to bring it up to the level. Because if you remember, the early chapters did have some pacing issues.
Read them. If you've only played the game, read them. It's good. They're good. They help.
This is the closest you're going to get to an anime adaptation of Orleans.
Yeah, they're good. They help. The art is amazing. You get to actually see stuff happening, not just experience a single image and, like, text boxes.
Well, for some people that'll work, and they do give some CGs in games that you don't get to see in my campaign.
True.
That you don't get to see in general. But, and there are some artworks of, like, this in the games where the servants are kind of bloodied, and it looks like that.
Yeah, but it's not like the ones that are in here.
But these are the most visual format you're going to get.
Oh God, it's the beginning of this one, I think.
Are you talking about the death of Marie Antoinette?
No!
Oh.
It looks so good! Hot. I know I shouldn't, but hot!
So these manga actually do have a few new things to them.
Or like, the thing that will haunt my nightmares.
So wait, careful. This was not in the game.
Oh. Okay.
You can turn it there, like, just quick warning, look away now if you aren't, if you've only played the game.
This will haunt my nightmares.
Yeah, Sanson just kind of becomes a wyvern.
With, like, still the head of him.
Yeah.
And then dies, like, horribly.
No, this goes really hard on the character deaths. They introduce a few new characters. Ava and Zoe in particular are new characters. Oh, I think they get killed off if I remember this manga right. The manga actually tries to take this conflict and make it as bloody and brutal as they can.
Yeah. Oh.
Wait, can I see that panel again?
This one?
Is that just... Huh. Deadass, I think that's a Tsukuhime reference.
Oh!
Just the specific composition of that artwork.
Huh. Art. I'm sorry. The good thing about manga is the art. Read it. It's really good. It 10 out of 10. Highly recommended. I'm excited to keep reading it. In fact, I may acquire my own copies.
Your own copies of these?
I may acquire my own copies.
I don't know
which is high praise.
I don't know when the Septum books coming out, or even if it'll be localized, because I only heard about the localization of these three.
Yeah.
I think these two weren't even guaranteed to be localized until this actually sold pretty well.
Well, you know.
We'll see what happens when it gets there. In the meantime, if you want to try some of the other chapters, I can see if I could find translations of Tulos Rialta to do at some point.
Yeah, I think I'd enjoy that. You've infected me. This is hell. This is some form of, like, torture and punishment. I guess we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe, watch Fate. Love the servants.
Go play the mobile. No, don't play the mobile game. Save yourself.
Don't play the mobile game.